happy Friday. Welcome to Fitness Challenge. We're going to start at 12:15, which is about 90 seconds. All you're going to need today is a mat and some space. That's it. It's core and cardio, core and cardio, core and cardio. That's it. Nothing fancy, and I will be giving modifications if you do not want to jump around. So I'm going to grab my mat, I'm going to grab my water. It's going to be a sweaty one, so if you want a towel, and we'll get started in about a minute. Next Friday, I will have a repeat class be auto-populated for you guys. I get to go get a crown next Friday. Very excited. Actually quite nervous about it. Not because I'm scared of the dentist. Not at all. It's just the fact that it's all the way in the back and my mouth is really small and it's going to be such a pain in the butt to physically get in there. But regardless, the last thing I want to do is have to teach a class to you and you try to understand me with a mouthful of opening. So I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to have a workout that we've done in the past, and I'll also have a workout that you've never done that another team leader has taught. So you can pick and choose which one you want. And then I will be back until my second piece of crown comes in and I have to go back in. But that'll be a couple weeks from now. So I'm not going to worry too much, but next Friday will be that. So just a heads up. Okay, so we have 4 pairings of exercises, an A, B, the C, D, and E, and F, etc. So we'll do A, B, C, D, etc. all the way down the line. One is a cardio move and one is a move on the floor that involves our core. So standing up, laying down, standing up, laying down. It's 60 seconds on and 15 seconds off. So that transition is just literally going to be moving from place A to place B. If you need to take an extra second or two to transition, it's not a problem. Don't worry. And if the core exercise, or so the cardio exercise is something you're not comfortable doing, you can either modify or change it up completely. I'm giving you a suggestion of what to do, and you can take it or not. That's totally your call. All right, so let's just do a little jogging, please. And if you're cutting out all jumps today, we're going to march with us. You can decide what you want to do. How's your week going? What you're doing on the ground, what you got on your feet, and what's coming obviously for you tomorrow. And let's do a step out of a jumping jack. So we're not adding in the jump, and this is how I do my jumping jacks here on this floor. And so when we do our jumping jacks later, you can join me here, or you can add in the full jump, totally cool. Instead of going off to the side with those legs, let's come out to the front. For all these exercises, you're doing your speed. And let's kick back. You can match me if you want. But you don't have to. Let's do 2 more each side. Hands on the hips. Lean forward, stand up, squat. Up. Lean forward, squat. Enough. I'm already sweating just from doing my thing before class started. So it should be fun. 2 more. One. Let's do a butt kicker, no jumps. And of course, when we do our butt kickers in a couple of minutes, this is going to be our variation for if we don't want to add in the jumps. And if you want to add in some jumps, feel free. I'm going to be switching back and forth between the high intensity and low intensity of all the exercises when we do it. It's going to be like 10 or 15 seconds each. Feel free to join me or totally stay with your intensity of your choice. So let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do some balance. Let's swing a leg forward, swing a leg back, swing a leg out, swing the leg in. Next time we do it, when we swing in, that leg goes behind. If you need to hold on, that's fine. Cross in front, let's do one more, crossing it back. Switching out other leg, forward, back, out, in and front. Forward, back, out, in behind. One more of each. And behind. All right, let's swing an arm up, swing an arm up. And coming up on that toe, just to give myself a little bit more reach. And let's add in. So we're going to come forward, swing around. Come forward, swing around. One more each side. Uppercut. Almost done with our warm up. We're not using our arms too much today in this routine. But we still want to get those arms warmed up, those shoulders warmed up. Let's circle, punch, circle. Let's do two more side. One more. All right, I'm gonna get our timer started. For our first round, we have butt kickers. So our butt kickers, and then we're gonna lay on the ground and do crisscross it out. So we're going to bring our elbow to knee and elbow to the other knee. All right, so let's get our timer going. Remember, it's 60 seconds on, 15 seconds off for everything. So pace yourselves. All right, so butt kickers are first. All right, so I'm going to switch back and forth between high intensity and low intensity. You decide what you do for you. You want to do 160 seconds of high, 160 seconds of low. That's cool too. Either switch it out, or just realize that once we go through 2 rounds of it, we're done. Then move on. All right, on the ground. So it's crissing and crossing. So we're here behind, tap, and tap. We can also straighten our legs if we want to go here too. Totally fine. Make sure that you're bringing that elbow up to meet the knee. That knee is not coming all the way and then you're tapping. That's not wrong, but we're not working with what we're trying to work. You also want to use these cardio or core bits. It's a chance to bring our heart rate down. So take breaks when you need to. We have 10 more seconds here. All right, stand up. Butt kickers, round 2. This is a great travel workout. You don't need any equipment. Get it done fast and get on with your day. All right, crisp and cross them. Try to make sure those elbows are nice and out. 2, 1. Especially if you've worked a lot of other muscle groups this week, your chest might be tight. Those elbows may want to come up just by default. So you have to really work on bringing those elbows back. Then we get in and outs, which I find fun, but they take a little bit of coordination. So if it takes you a couple seconds, no worries. And again, I will switch back and forth between the higher intensity and the lower intensity about every 15 seconds. Okay, so in and out, you're going to come in and out, switching back and forth. All right, and so we're adding in that hop, if you want to. Two, 1, all right, on the ground. So now we have boat pulses. Someone should be here, have your feet on the ground, unless you'd like to raise them, totally fine. We're just gonna lean back and pulse those hands. All right, so we're pulsing here. So if you want to come up in this position here, totally cool. I just want you to make sure you have a nice flat back. Otherwise, we're kind of in this modified V-sit, modified boat. We're still breathing. We're pulling our belly button into our spine and squeezing everything in like a giant drawstring on a pair of sweatpants. If you need to break, break. As long as you need to. And come back. Plenty more seconds. Seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, go back up. In and out. Giving you little hydration breaks, but not a lot. So if you need to take some extra time, please do so. Also, this is the last day of the month as far as work days go. So if you're playing bingo, make sure you have that bingo card turned in. So when we come back in on Monday morning, we can see it. So if you get to it tonight, you get to it tomorrow, that's not a big deal. But it needs to be in our mailboxes electronically by Monday morning. And it's Fitness at MITRE. Lower second foot. right, back down to those boat poses. Two, one, and bring that heart rate down. We have 4 groupings. So this is the second bit of the second grouping. So in 45 seconds, we're halfway done. Which means you have about 10 more minutes of work left. And then you're free to enjoy the rest of your, hopefully, beautiful looking Friday. 30 seconds. Next, cardio or jumping jack. So you can modify the whole way through like I'm going to do. I'm not going to switch back and forth with those. My hip's not taking it. But you definitely can jump higher intensity as long as you can, and then come to lower intensity, recover, and then switch back and forth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so jumping jacks are next. I promise you, I still get sweaty modifying my jacks. Seconds left. All right, we have leg circles. So we're going to do one on one side for the minute and then switch. So we're going to lay on one side. Doesn't matter which one. And we're going to do 30 seconds of circles one way and 30 the other way. So these circles could be as big or as small as you want. Your knee can be bent if you want. We're still going forward and we're trying to keep that neck as neutral as possible. All right, let's switch directions. Not your traditional core exercise, I know. But you definitely have to keep your core stable and trying not to, I mean, you're going to put some pressure on your hand, guys, totally fine. But I don't want you laying on that side. We have less than 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's just flip right over and do the other side right away. Because we're already down here on the ground. Change it up. All right, we're going forward. And I'm not going to be keeping my spine straight, so I need to look at the clock, which is there. So backlining on my part, but I'd like you to keep a little that neck stable, in a line. As much as you can. Remember, we can bend that knee. Whatever you did on side A, just do on side B. All right, let's switch directions. Fifteen seconds left. All right, let's that second round of jacks. Now that our 2 abs are done, for that pairing. All right, let's jack. And I'm even more sweaty since I was already sweaty before we started. Whew. Just remember the 2 things. 1, sweat does not mean you have a good workout or not. Sweat is just how much your body is self-regulating its temperature. And 2, be careful when you're sweating. Make sure you're not going to be stepping on wet spots. Always take that time to clean up spots if you need it. It may take away part of your exercise, but I promise it'll take away less of your exercise than if you twist an ankle. 20 seconds. 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. All right. Last pairing, we have running in place as our first bit. So 2 cardios back to back. I know it's a challenge. Can you do it? If you're not doing the run, you can do high knees. So I'm going to switch back and forth. Run, run, run. If you want to run in a circle, you do your thing. You have a long space and you can run forward and back. That's cool. If you're like me and have small space, then I'm just running. And I'm alternating between the higher and the lower intensities so everyone can join in. And itchy my leg. We have only a few minutes left. So for our abs, we have leg lowers. If you put your hands below your hips, it will make it easier for you. Just remember that that's going to compromise how much your abs are actually working. So it's a modification, but just know that. So otherwise, we're here on the ground. Our knees can be bent, our legs can be straight, totally your call. We're bringing them to the ground and back up. The depth is completely up to you. The amount you take before you break is completely up to you. That's too much, you can be here and you can drop one heel at a time. Or if that's a little too easy, drop both heels at a time with those knees bent. Or drop one leg at a time with your legs straight, or both legs. 20 seconds left. I know you're getting tired. Try not to let that back pop up off the ground. If that's the case, then you either need to put your hands underneath the small of your back, or only come down to where those back pops, and then come back up again. All right, 1 more minute of each, and then you're done. Running in place, dripping with sweat. All right, let's knock it out. Maybe can you do the whole thing without taking a break this time? Not mandatory, just throwing it out there. yourself, get all the drips off, and then drop yourself to the ground. Last exercise, last minute of work. In fact, the slower you do this one, the harder it's going to be. The 15 seconds. And rest. Woo! All right, take a break, grab some water, grab your towel, all that stuff, and then come on back to the mat, and we will stretch it out for our last couple minutes of our class time. Whew. And if anybody has any helpful dentist tips, I'd love to hear them. I thought about bringing in noise canceling headphones to kind of knock out the zzz of the drill, but I downloaded a drill sound to see if the noise canceling headphones was counted out. It's just too high of a pitch and I can still hear it. So kind of defeats the purpose, but I might still bring them just to listen to music. Does that work? Did anyone try that? All right, let's come down to our bellies and let's come up. We're just going to push ourselves up and stretch out the abs and the low back. Alright, let's turn onto a side and grab the foot pull back. I have gotten fillings before, but it's been at least a decade. And all I remember is it wasn't fun. And let's switch over to the other side. And really, let's roll back onto our bellies. Come up into all fours. Take the leg back, stretch out that calf. Come up, cross it over, get back. Release. Get back. Other leg. Start work, push back again. Release, let's lean back, tuck those toes under, and let's stand on up, and we're gonna roll up nice and slow, no rush. We still have 2 more minutes. Let's just wiggle those arms, noodle-like, back and forth thing. We didn't use to do a lot of upper body, but people will hold tension in that upper body regardless. Let's cross one leg over, lean it on down, stretch out that hamstring. Come on up and switch sides. Come on up to a tricep stretch. Let's bring our feet nice and wide and let's lean to one direction. Switch arms, and switch legs. Back to the middle, lean forward and grab the opposite elbow and just kind of swing a little side to side. Let those hands fall and very slowly coming on up and heel toeing those feet in. We're done. Awesome work. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you at least got a good workout. If you didn't enjoy yourself, no worries. And I will see you live in 2 Fridays. Bye.